Hey, Zach Brown here, remote high ticket sales recruiter. When you are selecting a sales recruiter or placement agency for help with your talent acquisition needs, a word of caution to avoid working with companies that charge candidates for jobs. Now, why do I say this? The agency that charges both you for staffing services and the sales rep for a job is creating a conflict of interest between you as the business and that sales rep. Because they have charged the sales rep for a job, they are now obviously obligated to fulfill on what they charged them for, just as they are with you. Now, herein lies the problem with that model. When the agency is sourcing candidates for you, where do you think they're going to get them from? Exactly. They're going to get them from that tiny pool of candidates that they promised a job to, which in many cases means that you aren't getting what you paid for. The agency is not filtering candidates based on your criteria. They're filtering based on who's next in line for a job. Okay. Agencies with this model do not charge candidates. This is important to realize. They don't charge candidates for job placement because that candidate's who you are looking for, as in they don't charge you for placement, then go hunt down the talent you requested and then bill that talent and then introduce them to you. No, that operation happens completely independent of you and has nothing to do with your company. The candidates that you are being introduced to have already been charged for a job. They charge job placement to anyone who's willing to pay, not because they want to introduce that candidate specifically to you. Now, the last time that I checked, the way that you as a business want to hire for your company has nothing to do with whether or not a candidate spent a bunch of money with a third party to get in front of you. Based on a whole host of other completely unrelated criteria that you have, you hire someone because they're the right fit for your company. Too often, placement agencies with this structure that I've described, they're not selecting candidates based on who's the right fit for you. They're selecting candidates based on who they need to provide a job to. So, what's the answer? What do you do? What's the fix? Well, you work with a recruiter or placement agency who knows how to find who you're looking for in the broader marketplace and isn't restricted to only candidates who paid them a bunch of money. That's the first thing. Number two, you want a recruiter that can have their pick of the litter without having any biases whatsoever in order to ensure that you get someone who's actually bare minimum, at least in the ballpark of who you're looking for. And then third, work with a recruiter or placement agency who only gets paid when you as the business get what you were promised and is only looking out for your best interest and your best interests alone. That's all I got for you. See you next time.